And now the movie.
Hey there everybody, PG Pop here on Skating Bear Studios, and today I'm going to discuss the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 and who's best suited to buy this piece of equipment. Now, to start off from the very beginning with me, several years ago, I bought the very first DJI Osmo Mobile. I thought it'd be so cool to have a stabilizer for my iPhone, and that's just what this is designed to do. It's designed to work with your smartphone so you can shoot video with it. It stabilizes the video because it's got a gimbal. It's a gimbal stabilizer, and it also will follow you around. So if you're videotaping yourself or a vlog, the stabilizer will follow you around. And I thought that was so cool. I couldn't wait to get this thing home. I got it out of the box. I turned it on. I used it a couple of times, and then I put it back in the box, and it sat in a closet for several years. And I never used it again. So a couple of months ago, I pulled this thing out of the closet, and I think, hey, maybe I'll try it again. Well, the battery didn't work. The battery was dead because it had been sitting in the closet. I tried to recharge it. It wouldn't take a charge. The battery completely was kaput. So I did some research, and I found out you can't even get replacement batteries for the original DJI Osmo Mobile. They don't make them anymore. So this thing was basically a useless paperweight, and I tossed it in the trash, and I went out and I bought the brand new DJI Osmo Mobile 6, which is housed in this bag that came with the original DJI Osmo Mobile. So let's talk about who this is best suited for. All right. Now, to give you a little bit of background, the DJI Osmo Mobile 6 is a compact, feature-rich smartphone gimbal designed to enhance your mobile videography experience. It's priced at $139. I bought this at Best Buy for $139. And it offers a range of functionalities to help you capture smooth and professional-looking footage. Now, the key features of this device, let me take it out of the bag here. It's got a 3-axis stabilization. And again, this is not a product review per se, but this is the new device. And it ensures smooth video capture by compensating for unwanted movements and shakes. So if you do a lot of, like, I don't know, if you walk in the park, there's a lot of people on here that walk in the park. They videotape themselves for their vlog. And this will stabilize that footage while you're moving. It has a quick launch feature. So it now just folds open and it turns on automatically. Right? This is not fully charged. Again, this is not a product review. So it's easier to turn on. It has a function panel here. It's easier to navigate all the functions from the very first one. It's portable. It's foldable. You just fold it up. You fold it up. You have to make sure when you fold it up, it goes into this little, the head of it goes in a little pocket. It automatically turns off. It just slips into your pocket. It has ActiveTrack 6.0, which is just basically tracking technology. Allows subjects, if you move, that you put your phone in the gimbal, and the phone will follow you, which I thought was going to be so cool when I first had it. And it's got a built-in extension rod. So if you want to do like a selfie, so use it as a selfie stick, you can. You know, and it goes, you want to go up high with it and things like that. And the nice thing about this is it also has, aside from the selfie stick, it comes with a separate tripod. It comes with this tripod that you just screw into the 1/4 inch down here, and you can set it up and put it down, and it's got basically a built-in tripod. The drawback to this is when the tripod's on, you can't put this in your pocket. You've got to take it off. So then you've got the tripod in one pocket, you've got the gimbal in another pocket, and then there's a third piece that holds your phone to the gimbal, and it's an attachment. This little gem. So this clamps onto your cell phone, and if you look on this, I don't know if you can see this in camera, there's a little arrow with a picture of a camera. I think you can see that. So you've got to have this device pointing towards the camera on your smartphone. So my camera's here, so I've got to put this on here so it's pointing at that, and then you've got to have this centered on the device so the weight is distributed equally. Now this is magnetized, and this is metal, and you have to make sure there's a little key on here. You can see that little notch, the top here, right there, or I'm sorry. Well, if I can get my little wobbly, there's a notch right there, and then there's a notch in the back of this right there, and you've got to make sure you've got the notch like a key. Make sure it fits just like that. Okay, and you can use this either vertically or you can use it horizontally. Again, this isn't a demonstration of the device, but to show you how it works, this is how it works, and this is how it fits on the device. You can do it, a stabilizer landscape, or you can go vertical, the whole thing. But the problem I have with this is you've got another piece of equipment you've got to keep track of. So now you've got 3 pieces of equipment. You've got the clamp that goes on here that attaches to there. But the problem with this is I lose things all the time. I'm telling you, when we sell this house, the new owner is going to find a stack of lens caps and guitar picks that I've lost throughout the last 12 years living in this house in some like alternate dimension pile where they've all gone off to. And I can almost assure you, I've almost lost this twice. I have no idea where I put it. If you put it in your pocket along with the tripod and the gimbal, and then you forgot to take this out when you're putting the other things away, you don't know what code it's in, it's a real pain. That's how I see it. So I wanted to talk about who I think this product is for. It is neato tougho. It is a neat product. It does pretty much what it says it does. It gives me stable video when I'm walking around the park doing a vlog. You can do some neat trick photography with it. You can do all kinds of different time-lapse videography with it. It's fun. It's neat and it's cool. But after I got it for the second time, I had the same response to it I had it with the first time I used it. It was a fun little toy to goof around with, but then it went back into a box and sat in the closet. Now I've had this particularly new device for now several months, and I've hardly used it again. So I want to talk about who I think should buy this device. If you are a serious filmmaker and you're serious about making videos, and you need a device that'll give you stabilized video while you're walking, talking, and moving. If you need a device that will follow you as if you have an actual cameraman following you on camera. And if you have projects in the can or in the works that are going to require stabilized video, if you're a movie maker, a short filmmaker, a documentary filmmaker, and you're really into this and it's something you definitely will use as a tool, I would get this. It's only $139. It's easy to understand. It's easy to use. And I think you get a lot of use out of it. But once I got it, I had no use for it because I do make documentaries. But the problem with my documentaries, when I film my documentaries, I shoot all of them on a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera with a superior sensor and a superior lenses that far, far outweigh and outwork and outperform the sensor and the lenses on my iPhone. Now, this is an iPhone 14, and you can always tell the difference between iPhone footage and Blackmagic Pocket Cinema footage. I also just bought a Nikon Z7 II, and I can tell you that my Nikon and the lenses I have for that Nikon is superior to my Blackmagic. And when you try to put them all together, if I showed you footage from the iPhone, the Blackmagic, and my Nikon, there's hands down the Nikon and the Blackmagic shoot far better video with better color, with better resolution. And for someone like myself, that I consider myself a decent filmmaker, serious filmmaker, I had no use for it. I put some footage from this phone in my most recent documentary, which is called Angel's Flight. It's an 8.5-minute documentary about a painting I created. And you can tell immediately when you see the footage from this compared to my Nikon. It's night and day, completely total different. You can tell this doesn't, the video footage from an iPhone is nowhere near as good as what you get from a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. So I would say if you're just a hobbyist and you think this is something you think would be neat to have, and you have a video channel like myself, and you just, have a YouTube channel, or you're on Instagram or TikTok, you don't really need this. This is really not something you're ever going to use. You may use it every now and then, because the thing I thought I could plug this in to this and have it follow me when I'm doing live streams on YouTube. But the problem with this is this communicates via Bluetooth to this device. So the phone communicates with this device via Bluetooth, and your port is taken up. So when you have this in here, you can't do both. You can't have this plugged into the Lightning port on here and have it attached to this, having it do two things at once, because it's communicating video from here into the app on the phone, and it can't split the two signals. And I thought I could plug this in, set it up here on the desk, and have it just follow me around while I'm doing live streams on my YouTube channel. But it doesn't work that way. And I have no purpose for it, no reason for it. I don't do a lot of stabilized shots. I don't have any need for it. And like, I do a couple of things where I walk around the park and talk and do live streams from the park, but I can't live stream from this while it's in the gimbal. So my point is, if you're just a casual videographer and you've got a small YouTube channel and you just want to set up a camera and put it on a tripod, but you think this might be cool to have to add to your repertoire of equipment, forget it. Don't buy it. It's not worth your time. If you're a filmmaker, you're a budding filmmaker, and you're going to need something to get some interesting shots, maybe do some time lapse, get creative. You want to add something that looks different, and you're only shooting videos with iPhone, I would get this. If you're doing movies on iPhone, this is great for you. The budding, upcoming young filmmaker, great. But if you're going to try to combine the footage, iPhone, and then your higher end cameras, I wouldn't bother with this. This is junk. It's junk for a filmmaker. I would go out and get a real gimbal for your full size, full frame camera, and don't worry about this. This is really for the hobbyist, in my opinion. This is for somebody who just want to make little videos on YouTube. There are some creators out there that do make full feature length films with their iPhones, and this is perfect for that. I would stay away from it though if you're just a casual user. Save your money. Don't bother with it, because mine, I don't have any use for it. I really don't. And I bought it because I thought the newer version maybe it would be easier to use. It is easier to use, but it's also more cumbersome because you've got so many different pieces. You got 3 parts now. The old one just had 1 part, and it came with this little chintzy plastic stand that you would stick it into. It was kind of like a tripod, but you couldn't adjust it. It would just sit in this little like plastic pot. So you'd stick the handle in this plastic base, and it would sit there. And that was about it. So let me know if you've got this. Let me know if you used this, if you purchased it, and if so, if you found a use for it. I don't have a use for it. I just lost $139. I'll probably put this up for sale on Facebook Marketplace and get rid of it. I have no use for it. So let me know what you think. What has your experience been with this DJI Osmo Mobile? I've had too much to drink already, and it's only 2 o'clock. The DJI Osmo Mobile 6. If you had a good experience, let me know. If you haven't, let me know. Give me the thumbs up and subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.